Zara had always been different from other Valkorian females. Her purple skin was darker than most, and her forearms moved with deadly grace that made the males in her species uncomfortable. They said she should stay in the food preparation centers and leave fighting to the warriors. But Zara had other plans. The human ship crashed on GalacticPrime during the night cycle. Zara was working late in the underground kitchen complex when the ground shook and alarms started screaming. She grabbed her favorite cooking pan and ran toward the crash site while other Valkorians fled in the opposite direction. 3 human survivors crawled from the wreckage: Amy, a young pilot with bright red hair; Lisa, an engineer with oil on her hands; and Betty, an older woman who carried strange weapons. Zara had never seen humans before, but something in their determined faces reminded her of herself. The Kreks arrived within hours. Their black ships blocked out the twin suns, and their insect-like soldiers poured from the sky like angry wasps. The Kreks had been hunting humans across the galaxy, and now they had found some on GalacticPrime. The Valkorian Council immediately agreed to hand over the humans, rather than risk war. Zara watched from her kitchen window as Krek soldiers marched through the city streets. Their chittering voices made her skin crawl, and their razor-sharp claws left marks on everything they touched. She looked at her cooking pan and made a decision that would change everything. That night she snuck into the detention center where the humans were held. Amy was trying to fix a broken communicator while Lisa studied the lock mechanism. Betty sat quietly, but her eyes never stopped moving. Zara appeared in the shadows, and all 3 humans tensed. "I am here to help," Zara whispered in basic Galactic. Amy squinted at her. "Why would you help us? Your people already sold us out." "Because warriors are not born in battle halls," Zara replied. "They are born wherever someone decides to fight." The escape was messy and loud. Zara used her 4 arms to devastating effect. Her cooking pan became a weapon of surprising destruction. She crushed Krek's skulls and shattered their weapons, while the humans fought with desperate courage. Amy proved she could fly anything, even stolen Krek's hoverbikes. Lisa turned kitchen equipment into explosives, and Betty moved like death itself. But the real battle started when they reached Zara's kitchen complex. The Kreks had figured out their escape route and surrounded the building with 50 soldiers. Zara looked at her domain, the place where she had been told to stay quiet and serve others, and smiled. "Welcome to my kitchen," she told the Krek's commander, who clicked his mandibles in amusement. The kitchen became a war zone. Zara used boiling oil like liquid fire and threw her collection of pans with deadly accuracy. Her knowledge of every pipe and vent turned the space into a maze of traps. Amy kept the hoverbikes running while Lisa rigged the food processors into weapons. Betty protected their backs with skills that made even Zara impressed. The Krek's commander realized too late that he had underestimated both the alien female and the humans. Zara moved through her kitchen like a dancer of death, using every tool and surface as a weapon. Her 4 arms worked independently, turning cooking into combat. When the last Kreks fell, Zara stood surrounded by the wreckage of her old life. The kitchen was destroyed, but she felt more alive than ever. The humans looked at her with new respect, and Amy spoke first. "You fight like someone who has been holding back for a long time." "All my life," Zara admitted. "I was told my place was here, but I chose my place today." The humans stayed on GalacticPrime for 3 months while they repaired their ship. Zara trained with them and learned that humans had a saying about judging books by covers. She taught them that Valkorian females were much more than their society believed. When Betty offered Zara a place on their ship as both cook and warrior, Zara looked around at her home planet where nothing had changed. The males still said females belonged in kitchens. The council still chose the easy path over the right one. But Zara had tasted something different. She had felt what it was like to choose her own battle and fight alongside people who saw her strength instead of her gender. The day the human ship left GalacticPrime, Zara stood on the bridge with her favorite pan strapped to her belt. Amy was at the controls, Lisa worked on engine improvements, and Betty planned their next destination. Other Valkorian females watched from their kitchen windows as the ship disappeared into space. Some whispered that Zara was crazy to leave safety. For the unknown, others wondered what it would feel like to choose their own path. In the months that followed, stories spread across Valkyria Prime about the female who fought beside humans and turned her kitchen into a battlefield. Young Valkyrian women started asking why they could not train as warriors. Older ones remembered dreams they had given up. The Krex told other species to beware of humans and their strange ability to turn anyone into a warrior. They never understood that it was not the humans who changed Zara. It was Zara who chose to change herself. Years later, when human ships returned to Valkyria Prime, they found a very different planet. The kitchens were still there, but they were run by males and females together. The military had female warriors, and the council made harder but better choices. Zara became a legend on two worlds. On Earth, humans told stories about the alien woman who proved that courage comes from choice, not birth. On Valkyria Prime, young females learned that staying in the kitchen was fine, but only if you chose to be there. And in the space between stars, Zara continued cooking and fighting with equal skill, proving every day that the most dangerous warriors are often the ones who have been told to stay quiet and serve others. Her pan never left her side.